Today, I'm going to show you how to make Hakka Chili Paneer from my cookbook, 7 Kitchens, a journey through India's culinary heritage. This is the ideal home show. Okay, so we're going to start by cutting up the paneer, but we're going to move everything else to one side for a moment. So paneer is very readily available these days. It is acid-set fresh cheese, eaten particularly in Southeast Asia. And in India, it is loved throughout the whole country. So we are going to just cut this into cubes. So as I said, it is a fresh cheese. And so it is made by heating up milk. Now it could be cow's milk or buffalo milk. And you add in an acid. So typically something like lemon juice. And that's when you get your curds. You get your curds and whey. And the paneer is the curds. And it's set and put in block form, and you can buy it now at a lot of the large supermarkets, but also the Asian specialist shops as well. You can freeze it and cook from frozen, or you can keep it in the fridge until it expires as well. So we're just literally cubing it up here, and I've got around 450 grams worth. This is roughly around the same size. Now, personally, I like to just char the sides a little bit first so that maybe 2 or 3 sides bronze rather than putting it straight like this. It's a personal choice. That's the way I like it. I see some people literally put it into curries literally white without bronzing at all. So it's kind of up to you. But for this recipe, I like to bronze it. So first of all, they're roughly around the same size. So let's just finish up cutting this. So there we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to place it in a bowl, like so. And then we're going to add some corn flour and some either white or black pepper. It's up to you, whatever you have. And then we're just going to toss it in that. So we've got here about 3 teaspoons of corn flour. So roughly, let's just pop some of that, put half it in, and then we're going to mix it around. And this is the white pepper. I'm going to pop that in as well. But as I say, you can use black pepper. So we're just going to just gently toss it around in that. So this recipe is an Indo Chinese one. Now, what I mean by that is that in the late 18th century, a number of Chinese people moved to India, particularly Calcutta. And many of them intermarried, and they fused their food, the sort of Hakka food from China, with Indian to create a sort of fusion food known as Indo Chinese, or you sometimes hear of it as Hakka. Just getting a little bit more corn flour here as well. And the community was about 20,000 people. And Calcutta is the only place in the world which has 2 Chinatowns, Torie Bazaar and Tangra. And there's a lot of wonderful dishes that have come out of that fusing Chinese style of cooking with the Bengali style as well. So that's perfect. And this is one of the absolute classic dishes. So it's sometimes called Hakka Chili Paneer, but it has other names as well. So we've got the corn flour, we've got the white pepper, but you can use black pepper, and we've completely coated it. So we're going to put that to one side, and then I'm going to start chopping up some of the other ingredients so that everything is ready for when we actually start the cooking part. So we'll move those away, and we just need to cut up a red onion, ideally. If you don't have red, white is absolutely fine to use as well. And we don't want to make this that neat. It's just sort of roughly chopped for this one. So there we go. So Bengalis, if you ask anybody living in Calcutta, what is your favorite type of food? Many of them will say, oh, the Hakka cuisine, the Indo Chinese cuisine. So one of the chapters in my book, in 7 Kitchens, a journey through India's culinary heritage, is focused purely on the Indo Chinese recipes. And this is one of the classic recipes. It is really straightforward after we've just literally done the mise en place, which is the preparation of all these ingredients to begin with. And then it all comes together really quite quickly. And it's best to eat fresh. This is one that you want to cook and eat, as opposed to for it to be sitting around for too long or even freezing. I tend to just cook this fresh and then we eat. So as well as the red onion, just going to get roughly chopped. It doesn't have to be too neat here. We're going to put that to one side. And we're going to chop up a garlic.
Looking for appliances you can trust to help you create more than just meals? With KitchenAid, you get more than just great tools. You get a brand that's been supporting home cooks and food lovers for over a century. So whether you're mixing dough, blending smoothies, or experimenting with new recipes, KitchenAid products are built for versatility and for lasting performance. Everything from the iconic stand mixer to blenders and food processors is designed to help you express your creativity and get consistent results every single time. And with new colours like Flutter for 2025, you can add a personal touch to your space while enjoying innovation you can count on. Click the link in the description. KitchenAid. Classic style, endless possibilities.
So we're going to use about 4 garlic cloves. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's just bash that down. It helps open it up really quickly. Goodness me, that red onion is going to make me cry again. Ooh. And then here, ooh, that's the red onion for you. Here we go. So this is the garlic. Just move away all of this. And then the next one. Let's do that there as well. Always takes a little while to get the skins off. If we bash down, actually, sometimes it's a lot easier if you do that. So let's move that away. And then let's just roughly chop this up as well. So we get that a bit. Wonderful. So we're going to pop that actually with the onion as well, because they're going to be cooking together in a minute. And the next thing we're going to do is the chili. So it's up to you. You can do red or green. I'm just going to use 2 of these green, whereby I chop off the ends. Now, if you want to infuse the whole dish, you will chop it all up finely. But if you only want to gently infuse it, then you would just do it on the diagonal. But I think we'll go all the way through. So make sure you don't touch your eyes after cutting up the chili like this, and that goes in there as well. So that's one part. Now we're going to do the pepper. You don't have to add a pepper. You can choose any colour. It doesn't really matter. But we're just going to use about half. So we take out the seeds here. Let's just do that. And then we're going to do it into chunks. Let's see how we're getting on. I'm just going to give that quick water. And yeah, so we're going to just do it like this. Like so. That's going to be about right. And we're going to use 3 spring onions, give them a nice wash as well. Chop off the ends, like so. And you can just take off the outer layer as well. And we can sort of chop on the angle here. You don't have to chop this, you can go straight down, but just add a bit of variety. It's always nice to have different texture, crunch and styles. There we go. So we'll put those 2 together as well. Right, so now we can start the cooking part, but we're going to bronze some of the paneer to begin with. Okay, so we're just going to add some oil. You could have vegetables, sunflower, rapeseed, what have you. And we're just going to allow that to heat up. Right, so we're going to add in the paneer chunks, but not all in at the same time. We're going to do it in batches. So let's just see if this is ready. Yeah. Okay. So let's just put it around the side here where the oil is. And it won't take long at all. So remember, it's been coated in some white pepper, or you could add the black pepper, and also some corn flour as well. Let's just have a few more there. That's great. Just move it around, there we go. Just gonna add a few more pieces. So you don't really want to touch it to begin with. You want to allow the sides to bronze. So if you keep moving them around, that's not going to work. So it will happen very quickly. We'll turn them around and then we'll put them to one side and work on the next batch. So let's take a look at one of the undersides. It's beginning to look brown, but we want to do a little bit more. Move these around a little bit. No, not yet. So it's about 2 minutes aside, really. Here we go. So if you see here, nicely bronzed. So you literally just want to turn it over. So we only want about two or three sides, maybe 3 sides like that. So it all happens quite quickly. So I'm going to turn these around. You see? Perfect. So you've really got to work quite quickly here. You don't want to take your eye off the ball. It goes too fast. So we're going to quickly turn these around. And then what we can do, once we've done one side, we can actually move them around a little bit more. So let's just do this. Now the thing with paneer, there isn't much of a taste, but it takes on the flavors of everything that it's cooked with. So because we're adding in lots of flavor a little bit later, it will absorb all those flavors. So it's perfect. It's like a sponge. Now we can move it around a little bit more like this. That one there is actually looking quite large, so I'm going to just cut it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. See, nice and bronzed. You've got to work quite quickly. You can't take the eye off the pan with this one. Just adding a little bit of colour. Keep moving them around. And things like this one, actually, no, not quite yet. Start moving around. Let's see this one. Here we go. Right, let's start taking some of those out. So this one here, it's got nicely bronzed here. We don't need to have it so it's all charred, but just a little bit. Like this one as well. You see? The other side is not. So let's just start taking those out. We don't want to burn any of them, so it's just nicely charred. That literally takes a couple of minutes. Take them out. That's perfect as well. Brilliant. So in with the second batch. Let's do the same. Let's move that around the pan. Don't touch them to begin with though. You really need to let them begin to char before you start moving them around. There we go. Right, using the same pan, we don't even need to add any extra oil. We're going to add in the onion, the garlic, and the chili. So let's put that straight in. Now, having this kind of pan, which has got quite a large base and very wide up here, it's almost like a wok, is actually perfect for this kind of dish, this kind of recipe. So moving that around just for 2 or 3 minutes. We don't need the onions to bronze. It's almost like stir frying at this point. So you're just wanting to take the edge off the rawness of the onion and also the garlic as well. Just another minute or so. Now, next up, while we'll get ready here, is you're going to add, can you believe it, tomato ketchup. The other ingredient that's going to be going in is dark soy sauce. So let's just give it one more stir. And then let's add in the tomato ketchup. Move it around the pan along with the dark soy sauce. Now we're going to add some lime, some juice. So we're going to pop the lime in here and squeeze down, adding that lime just to add some moisture with all of this. So 1/2, and we're going to use the other as well. Perfect. Now adding some of the Indian aspect, we're adding Kashmiri chili powder. It's about 1/2 teaspoon, so we're going to add that in there as well. So it will add a delicate kick as opposed to a full-on punch. And we're going to add some dark brown sugar as well. You can use a soft brown, light brown, dark brown, but it's basically a brown sugar. If you have jaggery, you can add that too. We are going to add in the capsicum pepper and the spring onions, all at the same time. So keeping the heat up as well. Let's just increase the heat. Lovely. So coating it all in that wonderful different flavors and soy sauce, tomato ketchup, and you've got lots of things going on in there. So we're just going to move that around there for a minute. Now what we could do as well, to help loosen it slightly, we're going to add a little bit of water. We'll add a little bit more as well, actually. Just a splash of water. There we go. So we just want to allow the capsicum and pepper to soften slightly. We're now going to add the paneer, which we've charred nicely. Pop that in as well. And fold everything together. So it completely coats it. And this paneer will soak up all these lovely flavors that are going on in here. Remember, we've got some pepper as well, so we've got some pepper kick. There we go, lovely. Just move it around the pan. Just checking on the capsicum peppers if they're beginning to soften slightly. Okay, we're just going to put the lid on for literally a minute or so to help it all come together and soften the capsicum peppers. Right. Let's give it one final stir. So we're going to add some fresh coriander, but you don't need to if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. Give it a stir in. We're also going to add in a little bit of sesame oil, just at the final point, about a teaspoon, and also some white sesame seeds. So let's do that, and a few to pop on at the very end. So let's give that a mix. We're done. Let's plate up. So let's see if we can get some of it on here with me. There we go. We need a slightly bigger plate to put it all, but let's put up. There we go. So this is my Hakka Chili Paneer. And the last thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit more of the sesame seeds, white sesame seeds. Perfect. Doesn't that look delicious? Right, so let's try. So here we go. You got the crispiness on the outside. Absolutely delicious. So what I'm tasting is the heat from a little bit of chili. I've got the sweetness from a little bit of sugar, and also the tomato ketchup, and also the saltiness from the dark soy sauce. So this is my recipe, the Hakka Chili Paneer, and you'll find this in my cookbook, 7 Kitchens, A Journey Through India's Culinary Heritage. If you go to the link below, you'll be able to order your own copy. So please remember to like and subscribe to The Ideal Home Show, where you will find other inspiring recipes to cook at home.